Unit 4, Lesson 1. Today our learning targets are to practice our new spelling words, read words with the sound, so that vowel-controlled R, and read tricky words. Now you will have a list of new spelling words this week. We have not had spelling words in a couple of weeks, so be sure that you're studying these for about 5 to 10 minutes or more at home every night. Let's review the sound cards for the spelling words this week. So these are the sounds that you'll be tested on. All with AW and all with AU. So like all with AW, like in paw, we have the words hawk. Now let's touch spell hawk. All, yawn, ye, all, crawl, all, ooh. Now you've got some AU words that say all as well, like in paw. You have vault, all, t. Haunted, all, t. Ed. Remember that ed can say t, d, or ed. Causes, k, all, s, s. Causes. You're also going to have some oi words. OI says oi, like in oil. Let's say and touch spell our OI words. Oil, oi, spoiled, sp, oiled. Coin, k, oi, You also will have some OY words that say oi, like in toy. Cowboy, k, ow, b, oi. Enjoy, j, oi. Destroy, d, s, t, oi. Now notice that the OI usually comes in the middle of the word and OY at the end of the word. You also will have some OO words, like in soon, OO. So let's say and touch spell our spelling words with the OO sound. Moon, oo, spoon, sp, oo, cartoon, k, r, t, oo, Okay, let's look at our words. Hawk. Let's touch spell them. Aw. Put your finger in the air and write it. H-A-W-K. Now look at that aw sound in the middle of the word. Yawn. Y. Aw. Put your finger in the air and let's write it. Y-A-W-N. Crawl. All. C-R-A-W-L. Vault. All. V-A-U-L-T. Vault. Haunted. Ed. Haunted. H-A-U-N-T-E-D. Causes. C-A-U-S-E-S. Causes. Oil. O-I-L. Spoiled. Oi, l, d. S, P, O, I, L, E, D. Spoiled. Coin. K, oi, n. Put your finger in the air and let's write it. C, O, I, N. Cowboy. K, ow, b, oi. C, O, W, B, O, Y. Enjoy. E, n, j, oi. E, N, J, O, Y. Destroy. D, E, S, T, R, oi. Destroy. D, E, S, T, R, O, Y. Moon. M, U, N. M, O, O, N. Spool. S, U, L. S, P, O, O, L. Spool. Cartoon. C, R, T, U, N. C, A, R, T, O, O, N. Okay, now what you need to do is when you're studying these words, make these words into a list. Like you need to remember the all sound with AW and AU. That will help you to write these words correctly. Oi, you've got the OI and OY, and oo, the OO. So I would take a crayon and I would write these words and I would highlight these sounds that are made with these certain letters. Now you have a worksheet 1.1 in your packet. This is a letter to your parents about your spelling words. Now you have 15 spelling words this week, so be careful. Make sure that you study all of them, break them up into phonics rules. Make sure that you touch spell them when you're practicing. Do your best, but be sure and study these spelling words at least 5 to 10 minutes or more every night. Now, just like in Unit 3, Unit 4 will be focusing on vowel sounds. We will learn many new vowel sounds and spellings. So let's review what we already know. Remember the letter R is a spelling for a consonant sound, but the sound can mingle with certain vowel sounds. We know is a vowel sound because adding it to the end of a word adds a syllable. For example, steep, steeper. So remember those vowels give it its own syllable. If you have a vowel sound, it's a separate syllable. Now let's read these words. Burn, western, perfect, interrupt. Do you see the in these sounds, in these words? Today we will focus on two other spellings for the sound, IR and UR. Now, makes the same sound as UR, and IR. Think of some words that could fit in this column. Hurt. Sounds just like the ER, but it's UR. ER usually is at the end of the word. Bird. Bird. So you can't really differentiate between the vowel sounds, but that vowel controlled R, you're hearing that sound. But you know, bird has to have a vowel. So you know that there's a missing vowel in that sound. Now let's read these words that we have added into these columns. Sister, number, nerve. So ER has its own syllable. Fur, hurt, turn, curve, burn. Notice these consonants that it's falling between. Bird, stir, birth, thirst, shirt. Let's add these sounds to our flip book. So if you have been working on a flip book, you can add it now. If not, I want you to really focus in on the the UR, and the IR. Now let's read our tricky words. Tricky words are words that do not play by the rules, so they do not sound like they are spelled. So we're going to read these words, and you have to memorize these words, these tricky words. All. I want to read all the books. So we're going to read it together. So the next slide, be sure you're reading it with me. All. Let's do a short chain with this word. Call. Change k to fall. Change to b. B. Ball. Change b to t. Tall. Change t to w. Wall. Change w to m. Mall. Change m to sm. Small. Change sm to st. Stall. Very good. Now let's play some games with our sight words. So what you're going to try to do is you're going to try to say these correctly. So I want you kind of to track and see how many points you can get. So pretend this is like a baseball game. So every word that you get correctly, you say correctly, you're going to put a tally mark. Just grab you a sheet of paper, add you a tally mark to it, and let's see how many points we can get at the end. So I'm going to give you just a second to say the word, and just be honest. And if you get the word correct, then you can put a tally mark on your sheet of paper. And, A, are, am, all. Now you should be able to say these correctly, fluently, so you're saying them quickly and correctly. At, and, ball, by, but, best, call, can, do, from, have, here, is, it, if, I, in, keep, let, look, mall, my, must, no, not, one, once, off, pull, said, says, see, so, tall, tell, the, there, to, us, was, we, were, word, what, why, were, when, which, who, yes, you, your, Okay, so if you had at least 30 tallies, give me a double thumbs up. You really want to work on those words if you need to go back through it and practice it. So if you're struggling with it, go back through those sight words because those are good core words when you're reading. And you guys need to be super prepared for third grade. So you need to make sure that you're reading independently as well. So find those books at home. Really focus in on reading independently, reading fluently, and pushing yourself to read on your own. Now, be sure and take about 5 to 10 minutes each night and study your spelling words. You also have a worksheet in your packet that is a yes/no question. These are all phonics skills that we have talked about so far. So you're going to read the question. If it can be done, you're going to put yes or yes if it's true. If it cannot be done, you're going to put no. So be sure and sound these words out fluently. This is helping you with that extra practice for fluency and becoming a good, quick, correctly sounding out reader. And it's also working on your comprehension as well, because if you can comprehend a sentence, then you can determine if it can happen or cannot happen. Okay, so let's look at our learning targets real quick before we go. Our learning targets for today were to spell or practice our new spelling words, to read words with the sound, that vowel controlled R, and to read our tricky words. So be sure you're pushing yourself with this and be sure that you're practicing your reading independently. Work on the spelling words each night. Have a great day.